can swing. Let me be a piece of mind, let me ease.
Hey y'all, we are back in action.
Yes, we are.
I'm Tyler Kimani. I was looking at you like, what? You gonna say that? Right. I'm Tyler Kimani.
And my name is Cam.
And we are here with ForeverKofi.
Yes.
What's going on?
How you doing?
Good. Definitely, excited to be here. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Eargazmic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we see you got the Henny flowing. We got you some mimosas, but you done took it to
You
another
already-
level.
yes.
We gonna just, it's, like the mimosa gonna be the nice blanket. The Henny gonna be just a little and
touch.
we
Right.
just gonna tap him in there.
Okay.
Just throw him right in there. I'm gonna use it to listening party. We put together a little something.
I was gonna say, whoever made that juice was really good.
That was your boy. That's it.
Was it like a jungle? Was it a
I mean,
jungle?
I wouldn't even call it jungle.
No?
I like to think of it as
It was really good.
a rooftop elixir. Take you to a different place. Might not quite have you just in the trees and whatnot, but if you ain't careful, you will end up.
Oh.
I was about to say, it had a little kick to it. It had a little...
little something.
But, okay, so you have a lot of hats. Because I was doing my research.
Yes.
You're on BuzzFeed.
Yes.
Cooking. Okay,
Yeah.
you just taught me how to do a budget dinner, okay?
No, seriously.
I was
The
like,
steak, I was like, yes.
steak
I'm gonna do that for
dinner,
$14.
$14.
Yes.
14 hots, that's it.
Yeah.
what? You got this seafood recipe.
Yeah.
What else? You got the Eat the Love EP that just dropped
Yeah.
on Valentine's Day.
Yes, definitely should
Let's talk about this.
Yes.
Because I thought there's different sides to you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm an only child, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I've always kind of been the person with like friends in every group, you know what I'm saying? So like I was a jock, I did a musical theater in high school, you feel me?
Nice.
One time lost a bet and just tried that, you know what I'm saying? Like played sports here and there.
Yeah.
And then used to write poetry, so that's how the music originally started, when I was younger. And since then, when I moved out to LA about 7 years ago, kind of tried to find my way around through like LinkedIn and other little, like social hustlings, was able to find a job at Viacom, so that's how I kind of got started in the whole advertising thing.
Okay.
And just kind of tried to figure out any way to kick in the back door, like fund the dream, but at the same time try to keep that network growing, you know what I'm saying? So long story short, after that I bounced to Complex. I did like some on-air talent stuff, some project management, and then now I'm at BuzzFeed, so I do like mainly branded project management for the most part, but got a chance to kind of go in a little video.
Yeah.
Kind of started being cool, so I was like, all right, let me see if I can do like one or two more. And then they had this concept for Dollar Dish, so my girl got to come with me. We did like a steak dinner for two for $14,
Yes.
and I was surprised as much as people liked it, because I was just being real. You feel me? I was like, we ain't got no marinade. You feel me?
Okay.
Ain't no money for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, if anybody, our people being this Black History Month, know how to make something out of nothing. You feel me?
Hello.
So we definitely had to, just kind of run with that, and it's just been great to see people actually be able to pull on to it, because just like the music, I really try to put that out to inspire, to be a healing something for somebody, or just something that can help them define their life in a way that they might not be able to themselves. So the cooking thing is just a whole nother medium with that, and I'm just trying to get in where I fit
That's
in.
good.
You know what I'm saying?
Is there like a difference between David and ForeverKofi?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
My full name for fans or people who might not know is David Kofi Awusu will say.
Oh.
So my name comes from West Africa, the Kofi, meaning that I was born on Friday, and so people who have mainly met me through like the corporate world or something always know me as David. Those who know me music wise or more sociably will usually know me as the Kofi. You feel me? So
Right.
there's definitely blends of each character in both, but there's a separation for sure.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Definitely.
That's dope. So where are you from? Since you said you moved here.
I was born in College Station, Texas, moved from there to Washington State when I was a baby. Grew up there, went to college out there, and then moved out here. Being that my mother's from the South, she's from Kentucky. My father's from West Africa, from Ghana, as I mentioned. So kind of have like bounced around here and there, growing up, like visiting family and just soaking up things from different areas. And again, the whole like only child thing, my adopted brothers and sisters growing up, what I mean, were some people from, Alabama, you feel me, my family in New York, so a lot of those different elements have kind of made me up as far as my experience goes, and sometimes you can kind of hear it in the music.
Dope.
Yeah.
So your experience in LA, how has that been treating you so far? Do you feel like?
It's been great. I think overall, like I've always felt like I needed a little more as far as space, this and that. I've been able to been lucky enough to travel a little bit young. You know what I'm saying? Not nothing wild, but I was able to go around and kind of understand how to move and be around different people, you know what I'm saying, regionally. Like before I moved out here, I did an internship and I was in Oakland for like 4 months and lived in Brooklyn for 4 months. And so that was, again, just another chance to kind of, spread my wings in a different way. So I've always kind of wanted to take advantage of opportunities like that. LA was something that I knew I would have to study a little bit, you know what I'm saying, because it is a different environment, you feel me, good, bad, and ugly, everything in between. And while I'm not from here, I might look like a lot of people who are. So I kind of, have just done my homework in certain ways, you feel me, and kind of made sure that I was present, but not too present in the right and wrong places, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so just enables me to, move fairly comfortably, as anyone can, you feel me, and just, chase that dream.
Nice. Yeah. Let's get into this Love EP because listening party, you were very open about like each track and you explained it into detail and everything. You also posted how you want to be more vulnerable.
Yes.
So how did this EP help you channel that vulnerability and really just tap into that and tap into love? Because is that,
Yeah, because you are in a relationship as well.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, like, with music, oftentimes you're telling either a story that you wanted to get off your chest, or maybe it's based on your experience, or at times you can find yourself telling, the story for your family, your friends, your region, you feel me? So I feel like I've always done that, advocated in certain ways, been able to, tell stories that I've been involved in or that I grew up learning about, you feel me, without, of course, ever straying from authenticity in any way. But, there was some deeper things and feelings, and, especially in the last year and a half, being in this new relationship and just moving different in my life period, I felt that I could give something else, but I didn't really want to go that, open, you feel me? And, I'm like my overall brand is called the Inner Circle Gang, you know what I'm saying? So like I always say, my circle small, but my network big, you feel me? The people who actually know about those intricacies, are very minuscule, you feel me, that number very small. And so with this last one, like I was talking to some trusted, kind of like, I don't really have any management or anything like that, but some people who I trust in the game, like E's, one of my partners who I worked with at Complex, is just someone who's been out here for years, you feel me, got a lot of good insight, and he is someone I trust for, guidance every now and then. And so he was telling me like, how I come down, one of my, standout songs from the last project, 5 years in LA. He was just like, man, like that touches people. If you want to really do what I know you want to do, you're going to have to, dig deeper. So I kind of rebranded.
I was just going to say,
and,
is that why?
Went from the Prince Kofi, which was kind of like Kofi already, you feel me? But that's like LA Kofi, you know what I'm saying? Like it's Prince Kofi, Killer Kofi to the ops type. So I wanted to, that's still there, but I wanted to kind of step into a new light, into a new place. And so ForeverKofi, just being forever me, you know what I'm saying? And trying to use that as a reminder is something that I try to step into with this project. Worked with Benny Ave, a producer I've definitely rocked with before, and he introduced me to Ryan Fegan. He helped me produce Medicine and Lost, and I got a fraternity brother who did the guitar sample that we kind of used for that as well, for the Pieces song, the last record. And so it was something that was difficult, you feel me? In the end, it started to feel good, but thinking about presenting that project, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was scary. I was like, it's different, like, I mean, shout out to my boy Jay Ward over here, you feel me? Like, you can make music, right? You can make something for people, Jay, you feel me? Something they're gonna feel, you feel me? But like, to go to a level where you tearing it open, it's different, and it's hard. But I knew that I was ready to do that, and it was a time that it was needed, and the timing all worked out to drop it on Valentine's and all that. And so even just in the future, going back to that, it's something that I'm happy that I will have been able to leave people with, because for me especially, a lot of times, like the things you hear me talk about in between the songs, anything I say to you, I'm saying to myself. So it's like, it's a reminder for me to remember, like, when I'm trying to take on a new venture, I'm something you ain't used to. You got to look in the mirror sometimes and remind yourself, like, you're not who you might have thought you was, you're not what you thought you was, because all the time I be thinking, shit, even just being in LA or being able to work at the places I have, or even y'all having this studio, putting on this show, we wasn't supposed to necessarily be doing this. And you feel me, you one thought, one emotion away from stopping that, but at the same time, you went away from, taking it to another level.
Exactly. So how do you feel about the feedback from the EP? Because a lot of people have listened to it and love it. It's not just like love songs, he got Used To, which is kind of like a little club banger.
It's a good opening.
Yes, it's a great opening. So it's not just having you in your feelings, it kind of goes into each emotion, but it still goes back to love. Dang.
I feel like that's the topic of today.
Love. Like, I know Valentine's Day was last week, but like, how do you feel about the feedback from it? Because I know you're scared.
It's been good. Like, I've had, you know, some people who I was hoping to hear from, you know, some I'm still hoping the project will make its way to, you know, and people who I'm hearing different responses from, you know, than usual, you know what I'm saying? And so, although I got, you know, plenty of people who support me, rock with the music, everything, and it's just, it's hitting them in a different way, you know, which is telling me something. And it's doing what I thought it was supposed to do. It's being interpreted in different ways. It's being, you know, soaked in different ways. And there's a few songs, like True Love and Pieces, I want to say, are definitely probably two of the, like, standouts for some people, but equally enough, like y'all saying, like Used To and Medicine, they're all, you know, finding their own life. And that's what you always hope for, you feel me? So I think the reception has been warm, it's been wonderful, and as we start to craft like some visuals to really bring it to life, you know, I want to take my time with that, but make sure it's just executed right. Because, I mean, for me, for any song I love, you feel me, like it just, even a halfway good song, you know what I'm saying, like, with the right visual, it takes it to a different place.
Exactly.
So being that these are what I think is some of my best work, like I'm really looking forward to kind of putting a cinematic, you know, treatment behind it. And just, you know, letting people really see that come to life.
Are we going to expand this? I know you tweeted something about a tour as well, so.
I mean, I was like, man, I'm trying to manifest a lot more lately. Like in the, I think, and Used To, just like, you know what I'm saying? I've been manifesting lately, you feel me? And so I've been thinking like, all right, I want to do a tour. To me, like whether it's, I go to 2 cities, you feel me, whether I go to 10, whatever, like I'm going to just put him out there and it's going to happen, you feel me, and just start to find a way to try to spread this because, again, you're only going to get out what you put in, you know. With my network, it's certain things that are, you know, good that can help, but at the same time, I keep my worlds very different for a reason, you feel me? So the way that I run that is completely separate from the way I would run the music dream. You know, eventually those, they will converge, you feel me? But at the same time, I really love to do it in more of a grassroots way because I don't want to be able to go on a multi-city tour and it's like people there because they kind of rock with the vibe and they just want to turn up. I can't have that. Like I need you to really be a part of, again, like I said, the inner circle gang. It's just a different thing.
I kind of like how you have the 2 separate awards because when I arrived to BuzzFeed, I was like, I'm here to see ForeverKofi. And the guy was like, what? That's his name? Oh, I'm about to clown him every day at work now. So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It was like 4 or 5 people who came and it was like, hey, so your name Kofi? Like you? I was like, I guess it's too late, huh? I forgot to put that on the security list. Yes, okay, that was on me. Y'all good.
And he was like, David? I was like, I'm sorry. Like, that's what I know about.
The jig is up, man.
Exactly. I'm sorry if I busted you out at work.
It be like that.
So, but it's great. Duality.
You know? Before we get to the question, I had a question. What advice would you give to any artist or creative who wants to move to LA to trace their dreams? What advice would you give them?
And that's wild. It's funny because, like, I guess technically I'm qualified to answer that, but even in my head, I'm like, why y'all asking me this? I mean, to be honest, with whatever city it is, because for you, your LA might be Atlanta, it might be New York, it might be Dallas, Houston, you feel me? We all know that there's capital involved. We know there's money, you feel me? And that's difficult. But again, if you do have a dream and you're really serious about it, you're going to find a way to make that happen. So it really just requires you to create a new reality, for you to instill the discipline it takes to set yourself up and to remain hungry and remind yourself that that's all you wanted. Because it's times out here, I mean, when I was like working at MTV, people was like, oh, you got a good job. I was driving from Long Beach to Santa Monica making some bullshit. And I was for sure like, nigga, eating beans and rice from the 99-cent store time just to afford, you feel me, the rent, all the other shit is much different from where I was at. But I had to tell myself, like, this is where you wanted to be at. That's all you wanted. And, you know, like the whole, I mean, shit, the Meek Mill line, you used to
grind,
you feel me? Just for times like this. So I think that one thing is really figuring out your why and staying dedicated to that, because it's hard for anybody, but falling in love with the process. And you know, even like this, for example, this could be the last interview I do. You know what I'm saying? Like the music could just not go where I want it to, whatever. So if that's it, you got to enjoy those moments, each moment of it. And you know, one day, shit, y'all might be trying to fight off who you gonna interview or something you're gonna miss when it was, you know, you and some of your friends making mimosas. You know what I'm saying? Like it. So it changes. So I would say for anybody who really wants to move somewhere that's new and to chase that dream, to just find the discipline and dedicate your time to yourself and be willing to take some chances and understand that it's never going to go how you plan. Because I was supposed to move here, work at Enterprise. I heard about niggas getting the management trainee job. I was like, that sounds good. They get like $1,000 a check. I'm about to do that. Niggas didn't hire me. I walked from LMU to Culver City for the interview because the ride fucked up. Didn't get that job. And I was like, all right, I don't know about this LA shit no more, man. Ended up getting a job at Applebee's and woke up here. You feel me? So
You know?
Yeah, man, it's just gonna take time. It's just
yeah.
Yeah.
The journey is a beautiful thing.
Exactly.
In the moment, it's like, fuck.
Exactly.
But it's a beautiful thing at the end of it.
It is.
You gonna look back and be like, wow.
Definitely.
Like, man, you have stories to tell.
For real.
And everything.
All about the stories.
Yeah, it really is. Those are the best parts.
It
like
really?
when you looking back and be like, do you remember that time?
Exactly.
Like, girl.
Right.
I'm like, ooh, yes. So that's amazing. You have a great story.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Now the time is for the question bowl.
The question bowl. That's
yes.
Like okay, we're gonna see.
So you pick 1 or 2 questions.
I bet.
We prefer 2.
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, just answer them. Shake it up a little bit more.
Let's see.
Love your ring.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, got 2. Let's see. So, what is your favorite scary movie? First of all, I don't fuck with scary movies now. Because I would rather laugh. That my DJ Doghouse, this nigga loves scary movies. Always be trying to put me, man, you should, this new movie, Black Summer. Oh yeah, you don't like scary movies. No, nigga, why I want to watch something, why when I can laugh, I want the fun to be scared. And I'm African, so I'm superstitious. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not, if you are going to go knocking, someone is going to answer. And if you are going to be answering, you are going to be upset at who is there. Okay, so I'm scary movies. Favorite one, shit. Scary movie. That's my favorite movie. So that question. So I acted one though. I be wondering that when you look at them, like, is when you make that shit, is that shit scary too?
Probably not.
It can't be. Maybe if I
probably funny.
So Netflix, holler at me. I'm gonna help y'all out. You feel me? We did about 4 million on BuzzFeed. Y'all tap in. Well, the price still low. It ain't that low, but it's a little bit. We can help you out. Anyway, question number 2. All right. These niggas. All right. So what are your top 3 songs for a sex playlist?
We know you got one.
That's crazy. All right.
Mandy over there like.
I'm finna go with Studio, BJ Chicago Kid.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm gonna go with I don't remember the name of it right now, but my nigga McKnight. You start back at 1. It's like a dream come true. 2, just wanna be with you. And then shit, Medicine off that new Love EP. You throw that Medicine on for, you know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, don't Plan B ain't even gonna help. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you.
That's True Love. I love True Love.
True Love. Fuck it. Put this. I don't got favorites anyway, so this list gonna be 4, 5. Top 3. I'm gonna pick about 7. Okay. So we gonna True Love. You might as well throw it on there. Fuck it. Put on Pieces just to remind you not to leave, Jack. Oh, you smell what I'm stepping in? Talk to me. I'll talk back. Okay. We gonna figure it out. These questions wild. See that? Question box.
For sure.
All right.
But yeah, I also wanted to ask you, what would my African day name be?
What day of the week?
Day of the week. September 26, 1993.
I gotta know the day of the week, and then I can look him up and verify for you.
I was born on a Wednesday.
Sunday. I don't gotta memorize. I'll tell you the truth. I gotta look them up for friends and shit. But yeah, I'll be finding them.
Okay, well let me know.
We're gonna follow up and we're gonna have that be like the first tweet or something tomorrow. We're gonna let I'll check for both of y'all.
Yes, thank you.
So wait, we need what?
Just the day of the week, exact day of the week that you was born on. Like, you feel me? So like you can just look up the day, year, you know what I'm saying?
Got you, and it'll
month, day, year, and it'll tell you, and then I could find it from that. Because there's like a different one for males and females. And it's not like, it don't translate to the day, but it's kind of like similar to like a zodiac sign. Like how you feel me? So it just kind of associates.
Okay, well I'll be waiting for it. But guys, please check him out. Check out his new EP, Love.
Yes, it's
Get you in the mood. You know,
get you vulnerable and open
in your feelings. You know,
how you calling somebody you ain't supposed to call?
Don't call them. It's Mercury retrograde. It's an illusion. It's a tactic.
No, for real.
Don't do it. I'm serious.
That was personal. Just don't do it, all right? Because last Mercury got it, but this time you ain't making that.
You better know.
I know better now.
You know. But yes, please tap in, listen to it, and stay tuned. Also, check him out on BuzzFeed because he cooking steak for $14.
Tap in with
a whole meal for $14.
One and only Forever Twitter, Instagram, all that ForeverKofi.
Yeah. And I'm Tyler Kimani.
And I'm Cam.
And we are out.
Let me be your medicine. You feel better if you take me in. Yeah, I know we started